Hi there, I'm Dean Mason. I'm Secretary of Gowerton Athletic Club. The Athletic Club is the body that oversees the running of the ground that we've got here. That ground contains three main sports clubs, the Rugby Club, the Bowls Club and the Cricket Club. The Cricket Club runs 22 sides, starting from its under fives, going up to its veterans section. The Rugby Club run a similar number of sides, and the Bowls Club have been very successful in recent years and are growing. So I'm now going to talk to you about the problems that our recent growth over the last 10 to 15 years have given us and what our proposed solution is. So this is the area that we're talking about, our sports ground. There we've got the main rugby pitch. Over the far side you can see the second rugby pitch. The cricket square is in between the rugby pitch and the bowls green, and there's a second cricket square over the far side there. The cricket section runs 22 teams, from juniors, very youngest under fives, up to its veteran section, and the Rugby Club have a similar number of teams. The Bowls Club have been very successful and have grown their numbers in recent years. That growth has given us specific problems. This is the entrance to the ground, and our first problem is the inadequacy of our car parking provision. At the moment, we can probably on site cater for 15 cars, 7 or 8 here on this side of the club, and a similar number down the side of the club there. But that effectively is all the car parking. So that leads to two main problems. The first one is the danger to pedestrians and traffic. Anyone who's coming by car from the north has to come down the road there, and then obviously come into the ground this way, across the double white lines that they've got there. Alternatively, most people go and park underneath the bridge at the top there. There's a doctor's surgery, they'll park there. There's other car parking space outside, but of course that means that once they're parked, they've got to come down either under the bridge, which is very dangerous and shouldn't happen, or alternatively to cross the road at the top and then come across and come down the path under the railway bridge and then cross this main road here at that point. As you can imagine, that is a massive danger for anyone, particularly the youngsters who are using this on training night, when on a Friday cricket will have 200 children crossing the road with their parents here at various times. Rugby similar on their training nights, and even more so on a Sunday morning when their junior games are on and they've got opponents doing the same, trying to park in the area and cross the roads when the road is extremely busy. At the moment it's 11:30 on a Tuesday morning, a relatively quiet time, and yet you can see how busy the road is. Second issue, major issue for us, is the problems that we cause for the residents of Fairwood Terrace, the other side of the road there. Many people will come and will park their cars along there, Fairwood Terrace, and the cul-de-sacs that are down the other end there. And when you've got lots of cars parking in the spaces, the few spaces that are there, parking is sometimes inconsiderate, not only by our own players and supporters, but by opponents, and it causes a major problem for those residents there in terms of undue parking and problems as a result of it. So now I've walked 100 yards down from the main entrance. Same time of the day, you can see how busy the road is and how difficult it would be to cross the road at the point that I was. We have a small side entrance about 30 yards ahead of me here, which will be the side entrance we'd use if we could move some car parking down to this northern side of the ground. So now I've walked down another 50 yards to consider what we are hoping to do to solve the problems that I've talked about. There's two particular problems. One, lack of reasonable access and danger to young people particularly, but to everyone who crosses that road, including our octogenarians who either play for our veterans cricket team or the Bowls Club. And then secondly, the problem of car parking and lack of parking availability, which leads to problems for the residents opposite us in Fairwood Terrace. And our solution, hopefully, is to convert this area here, where we've got this 1 acre site at the start, at the entrance to Gowerton Golf Range, into an area for car parking. We've been extremely lucky in that the golf range, Bromham Leisure and Pentregair Estates have given us a lease to this land for 25 years at a peppercorn rent of £1 per year. What we need to do is get the finance and then planning permission, which is ongoing, to convert this area into an area for car parking. Obviously we can't use the area around the pylon. We need to leave 3 metres around the pylon to ensure that that was safe, and we wouldn't want to use the area around the copse of trees. We'd want to leave that copse of trees there, but the rest of the land we'd like to use and convert to car parking with a permeable surface, which wouldn't endanger or cause any issues in terms of flooding, would allow runoff or soaking through down into the ground, and then drainage into the river, which you can see is just there, the other side of the pavilion there. So that's our plan, that's our hope, and we hope that you may be able to support us. If you do support us with our crowdfunding campaign, then our thoughts are that all 3 of the clubs would like to give you something back for your support. That could be by way of free entrance to a game of either the rugby, bowls or cricket, which are played over the next 12 months. So that's a proposal that we put to the 3 committees. All are in favour of it, so we hope that that would be something that those who wish to do so, having given us their support, would want to take us up on. Thank you.